Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer's
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey, I hate you! I know!
I'd had fantasies about picking up a hitchhiker.
I don't know how to express the regret.
Looks like a bunch of satisfied people sitting around here. Well, you're looking good. Grandma was saying that she thought that you got quite a bit thinner, but you look fit. I don't know. Well, I've been surviving mostly on McDonald's food. It's just so much easier just to pop into the restaurant.
Jeffrey Dahmer. This chilling story will explore the life and crimes of the Milwaukee cannibal. Jeffrey Dahmer was born on May 21, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His early life seemed normal, with parents Lionel and Joyce Dahmer providing a comfortable middle-class upbringing. However, beneath the surface, Dahmer's fascination with death began at age 4.
I always knew that it was wrong, but after the first killing was not planned. I was coming back from the shopping mall back in '78. I had fantasies about picking up a hitchhiker and taking him back to the house and having complete control and dominance.
In 1978, Dahmer committed his first murder at 18 years old. He killed Stephen Hicks, a 19-year-old hitchhiker, striking him with a 10-pound weight. This marked the beginning of a 13-year killing spree.
I'm glad that it's over. There's nothing, any words I say to the victims' families are just going to seem trite and empty. I don't know how to express the regret, the sorrow that I feel for what I've done for their sons.
Is it still there, Jeff? Does it ever go away?
In part, no, it never completely goes away. I'll probably have to live with it for the rest of my life. I wish it would go away. I wish there was some way to completely get rid of the compulsive thoughts, the feelings.
From 1978 to 1991, Dahmer committed at least 17 gruesome murders. His MO was chilling, luring men into his apartment, drugging them, and then murdering them. But it didn't stop there. He engaged in heinous acts, including necrophilia and cannibalism. W.I.V. Dahmer, 1992. The sentencing of Jeffrey Dahmer. Dahmer spoke at his sentencing, telling the court, "I knew I was evil." He was convicted of 15 of the 16 murders he had committed in Wisconsin and was sentenced to 15 terms of life imprisonment on February 17, 1992.
Your Honor, it is over now. This has never been a case of trying to get free. I didn't ever want freedom. Frankly, I wanted death for myself. This was a case to tell the world that I did what I did not for reasons of hate. I hated no one. I knew I was sick or evil or both.
Before we dive into the court responses, let's set the stage. Dahmer was arrested after one of his intended victims escaped and alerted the police. What they discovered inside his apartment was unimaginable.
Mr. Dahmer, you're charged with 4 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. If convicted of each of those counts, you face a term of life imprisonment. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
Mr. Dahmer?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
10 years on each count. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
The complaint itself.
Yes, Your Honor.
The aspect of, with your lawyer, Mr. Dahmer?
Yes, we did, Your Honor.
Are you in a complete agreement with that?
I'm in agreement.
You understand it?
Yes.
To have a preliminary hearing in this case.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Telling me that's what you would like to do.
That's my signature.
There's a signature at the bottom of the front page. Is that your signature, sir?
That's my signature.
And also on the back side, is that your signature, sir?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Everything I said meet with you.
Yes, it does.
Do you feel that you have understood everything that he has said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you agree with what he has said?
Yes, I do.
Are you satisfied that he's fully advised you as to your rights in regard to those motions?
Yes, he has, Your Honor.
And understanding those rights, is it your desire that those motions be withdrawn?
Yes, it is.
Anybody made any threats or promises to you in regard to this?
No, they haven't, Your Honor.
Is that correct, that you're doing this of your own free will?
Yes, I'm doing this voluntarily.
Has your lawyer told you what the state would have to prove in order to establish your guilt? Sir, I have to have a verbal response.
Yes.
In terms of your intentions here this morning?
Yes, they are.
Rights, do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Dahmer, do you agree with what your attorney has just told the court?
Yes, I agree.
As contained in count 1 of the indictment.
Guilty as charged, Your Honor.
He was on the couch, lying down with drilling technique had already been applied, and I thought he was asleep.
With his victim asleep, Dahmer went for a drink at a local bar.
Did you arrive at a conclusion as to whether or not you had taken his life as a consequence of the drilling technique? No, it hadn't. How do you know that? Because he was walking down Station.
Adam Walsh was reported missing in July 1981. His disappearance sparked a nationwide search. His body was discovered 2 weeks later in a canal, and the heartbreaking truth was that Dahmer was the man behind it all.
Do you know who the other person is there? That beautiful blonde sitting on the couch? Yawning?
And Sherry.
That's right.
And who is this? Yes. That's Cousin Jeff.
Yes. Looks like a bunch of satisfied people sitting around here. Yes.
I think you can't deny the fact that he was pursuing pleasures when he was doing this.
Prosecutors demanded justice for the victims. Defense attorneys argued for leniency, citing mental illness. Prosecutor Michael McCann demanded consecutive life sentences.
Never, Jeffrey! Jeffrey! I hate you! I hate you! Something's out of control! Don't me, Jeffrey! I'll kill you! God damn it! Look at me!
In prison, Dahmer found no peace. Attacked multiple times, his fate was sealed. Murdered by fellow inmate Osvaldo DeRuthi in 1994, Dahmer's crimes left a scar on the nation's psyche. Questions about mental health, justice, and humanity lingered.
Christopher, why'd you do it? What's God telling you to do?
over and over. So everybody played the fool this time.
Did you kill Dahmer?
No exception to the rule.
Mary Schwager.
Dahmer was murdered by fellow inmate Osvaldo DeRuthi on November 28, 1994, at Columbia Correctional Institution in Portage, Wisconsin, that a Puerto Rican inmate serving a life sentence for murder and armed robbery attacked Dahmer with a 10-inch metal bar in the prison gym, causing severe head injuries that led to Dahmer's death. DeRuthi claimed self-defense, stating Dahmer had threatened him, but some speculate he sought fame or revenge against a notorious serial killer. DeRuthi served the remainder of his life sentence, while Dahmer's body was cremated and his ashes distributed among his victims' families. Jeffrey Dahmer's story serves as a haunting reminder of the darkness within, a cautionary tale of the devastating consequences of unchecked evil. Narrator: experts attribute Dahmer's actions to a toxic mix of childhood trauma, homophobia, and psychopathy. Dahmer's crimes left a scar on the nation's psyche, raising questions about mental health, justice, and humanity.